Who are the strongest members of Squad Zero? Squad Zero is led by Kisho Arima and is seen as the CCG's elite squad. In fact, it's even stated that they have always seemed unapproachable and eventually became an elite squad of a select few. But what is the order from weakest to strongest? Well, to start at the weakest is the one to lead Squad Zero after Arima's death, Takehiko. People tend to glaze him due to Arima entrusting the squad to him, but that was not due to his strength. Instead, it's due to their similar emotional states. Arima merely trusted Take to carry out the mission because he doesn't question orders, only follows them. Take doesn't have a single on-screen win in the series. In fact, his only ever dub is an off-screen nameless Rei S Ukaku Ghoul. The next is going to be a 2-for-1 with Shiho Ihei and Rikai Sosu. These two are also low-tier members of Squad Zero, not having a big impact on the story or even having much of an appearance overall. They only have one fight on screen, and it was with Hajime, the captain of the Ogai. And although they lost and it was a 2v1, they still pressed him in their fight, even being considered to be strong, which is better than anything Take has ever done. Next on the list is Yusa Arima, Kisho's little brother. Similar to the last two, he doesn't really do much in the story nor have any fights to speak of, but during the Dragon War we see him in a 1v1 encounter with Kaiko, V's top soldier. They have a struggle, but Yusa ends up getting the upper hand on a half-human Kaiko, putting him above the others as it's an actual one-on-one feat. Now just below the top 5 and what is considered the beginning of the high tiers in Squad Zero is Haru Ihei. Haru is a skilled half-human whose feats come from her fight with Matsume, Shu Tsukiyama's bodyguard. The fight is close with them going back and forth, but then Matsume gets a love amp, giving her the upper hand, as well as Haru slipping on blood, which gives her an opening for a critical blow. Haru then, using her T-Human Quinke, was able to pressure Matsume, but even then still couldn't overpower her Kagane. In the end, she lost. Starting our top 5 is a stable Heisei Sasaki. Heisei isn't super impressive due to being nerfed by RC suppressant and having a Kagane usage limit, but he is skilled mimicking Arima's techniques, and in a high diff fight was able to beat Shu Tsukiyama, who scales above his bodyguards. Next at number 4 is Koryui, an investigator stated to be second only to Kisho Arima in terms of talent and was even in the race to succeed him as the next Reaper. Corey scales over stable Heisei as while he was fatigued and mentally nerfed had a far easier fight with Shu even while getting jumped, forcing him to flee and asking a stronger Rate SS Ghoul for help, and even then he still had the upper hand while continuing to get jumped. Starting our top 3 is KC Heisei Sasaki, which is just Heisei with Kaneki in control. Kaneki serves as a power for Heisei to use in his fights, and we see this power boost when Heisei was able to tie with Takizawa in a fight. KC Heisei skills over Corey due to Corey fearing this power within him. Number 2 is Black Reaper Kaneki, which is a blatant upscale from KC Heisei because Kaneki is in full control, and this Kaneki went on to beat a Rate SS One-Eyed Owl. And number 1, to no one's surprise, is the squad leader Kisho Arima, the White Reaper. Kisho absolutely destroyed Black Reaper Kaneki in a fight, so it's clear he's the strongest.